All right, let's talk about yogurt. Why is it worth investing in yogurt manufacturing in Nigeria? Okay, yogurt is a pasteurized, low-fat milk drink that is fermented and conjugated to a custard-like consistency with a mixed lactic acid culture. Now, it is consumed all year round, but the demand for the product gains sharp increases mostly during the dry season. However, recently the CBN had announced restriction of forex for milk products. What would this mean for the manufacturers of yogurt here in Nigeria? Aisat Dahoud, one of the research analysts with Financial Derivatives Company, of course, is here with me in the studio to tell us all about this. Thank you for joining us, Aisat.
Thank you for having me, Chimeze.
All right, so looking at the CBN's forex restriction on imported milk, what do you think will be the implications for yogurt manufacturers in Nigeria?
First, milk is the major ingredient for producing yogurt. With the recent plans of CBN to restrict the forex availability to importers of processed milk in Nigeria, this is definitely going to affect the yogurt manufacturing industry. There will be an increase in the cost of milk, which will affect the cost of producing yogurt in Nigeria. An increase in cost of milk is going to be an increase in cost of producing yogurt in Nigeria. Increasing costs of producing yogurt in Nigeria, then we'll have high price finished yogurts in the market. With this, the rising increase in demand for yogurt in Nigeria currently can be affected negatively. On the brighter side, CBN has a major aim. Why did they plan to restrict forex availability to importers of processed milk in Nigeria? They aim to boost local production of milk in Nigeria. They aim for these importers to look backward into Nigeria. They want them to integrate backward to boost our local production. So
but isn't that a good idea?
Yes, it is a good idea. But most of these people are not ready, despite the fact that they've been incorporated in the plans years before now. So now they want Nigeria to start competing globally. We want to boost our local production. We want to invest in ranches. We want, Nigerian to be there at the global standard level.
All right. Now, there seemed to be a kind of a disconnect, between the global and domestic trend when comparing Nigeria's yogurt consumption with a global aggregate of about 85 billion, naira. It would appear that Nigeria, or dollars, that's correct, dollars. Now, it would appear that Nigeria is actually a fringe market. Why so?
Absolutely. Nigeria is currently at its infancy stage in this market. Yogurt consumption in Nigeria just started gaining momentum. This rapid increase in yogurt consumption in Nigeria is just growing rapidly. And I say it's far beyond the consumption level global standards. Yes, it is, but it's growing faster than at the rate at which the global consumption is growing. Currently in Nigeria, yogurt is being consumed as a meal. Yogurt is being consumed, the likes of parfait and the likes. And I see yogurt is going to have the same trajectory as noodles had when it recently came to Nigeria. When noodles came into Nigeria, consumption rate was barely 1%. Currently, consumption rate of noodles is now 20%, greater than 20%, I tell you. And I see yogurt getting to that stage as it's growing. It's just like a baby that's growing and going to mature very soon. Over the years, in the long-term run, I see yogurt doing very well in Nigeria.
So that's the prospects of yogurt manufacturing in Nigeria in the light of a lot of people being health conscious.
Oh, in the light of health conscious awareness people, the weight conscious people, I see yogurt becoming very, very, very open. It's going to be an open market. It's going to be expanded so that they're going to have more players in that industry. We're going to have more players trying to satisfy the various needs of these consumers. Changing lifestyle and consumer behavior is not going to be a major problem because we'll have people that want low-fat yogurt. We'll have people that want lactose-free yogurt. We'll have people that want low-cholesterol yogurt. And I'm very certain if the backward integration is being explored in Nigeria, and then we boost our milk production in Nigeria, people can meet these demands. People can provide these variants of yogurts that the health-conscious people want in Nigeria.
All right, thank you, Aisat, for joining us on the show. Aisat Dahoud is one of the research analysts with Financial Derivatives Company. And for update on equities trading for today, let's talk to Edidion Ewan. Hello, Eddie. Good afternoon. So bring us up to speed with activities today on the market.
Hi, Chimi. Good afternoon. Well, thankfully, we're still swimming in the positive territory at this time. We're currently up 0.21% with about 60 million shares worth 441 million naira traded so far. Now, unfortunately, I'm wearing red, but it's a green day on the sectoral chart as all the sectors we track are up. Industrial goods is up 1.13% with CCNN posting gains. The oil and gas sector is also up. Forte oil is up by almost 10% as we speak. The banking index is up, consumer goods is up, insurance is also up. You know, we've seen a lot of activity around the banking names. Shares of Access Bank, FBN Holdings, Sterling Bank, Union Bank, and GT Bank are the most traded right now. Interestingly, Sterling Bank is down 4.26%. And, you know, earlier today, the bank notified the NSE and Investing Public of the retirement and appointment of the company secretary and chief legal counsel. Miss Justina Lewa has retired. That's after 28 years of service, and the new company counsel, company secretary and legal counsel is now Mrs. Adegoke, and her appointment has been approved by the Central Bank of Nigeria. So hopefully, we continue with this trend and end the day positively, Chimi.
Right, let's hope, of course, that the day ends positively. Thank you, Edidion. Well, that's a wrap on the program. Thank you for watching. I'm Chimezie Obi Iwagu.